Thank you for your interest in becoming I Am. I decided to make a small video so that you can get to know me, you can get to know the services that I provide, and well, you can decide if this is the right place for you. First of all, I do want to let you know that if you go to the description part of this video, I will place timestamps for every single one of the services so that you can go directly to the different services that I offer at Becoming I Am. So let's begin. Starting off, let's talk about energy healing. Energy healing is a modality in which you shift the frequency of a person's energy to their divine energy. And it's important for you to understand that. I do use Reiki, angelic healing, symbols, sigils, spell work, and all kinds of stones and oils and incantations to help in the healing process. The process is 2 hours long. The first hour is the healing process, and the second hour is a time where we sit down and I let you know how this healing process will affect you the next 4 weeks. When a person comes to do a healing, there is a 4 week process of energy shift. The first two are the energy detoxing from your system. This is whatever has been stagnating your energy, it's being flushed out. Usually during this period of time, people can feel extremely tired. Sometimes they might feel achy, like if they're coming down with like flu-like symptoms, because you are removing something from inside of you. At times, some people experience mood shifts, so they can feel extra sad, extra heavy, or they can feel like extra angry, because whatever it is that's holding on to you has an energetic frequency that has been attached to some kind of trauma or pain or feeling that you have within yourself. So that being said, it has to remove, and when it's removing, it of course makes you relive those occasions to flush them out. The following 2 weeks are you readjusting to the new frequency, which is really your original frequency. The way that I explain to my clients always is the fact that I'm not here to change you into me. That is not how energy healing works. In this realm, we have many different frequencies, and these frequencies are essential for the earth plane. If we were all the same frequency, earth would not be the right place. Okay, so that would be that some people, they get denser energies and some people are lighter energies. All of them are perfectly made like an orchestra. Every instrument has a different pitch, tone, and frequency. And when they come together, they make this beautiful music. And that is what I'm assuring to do when I do an energy healing. So the second 2 weeks, you're reacclimating to the frequency that you are. When we do the sit down afterwards, it's important to tell you, I am not I want to say a wizard to make you magically delicious. I'm not going to wave my magical wand and you're going to be perfect. That is not how this works. This is a you process. This is a you growth, and this is a you expansion. The 4 weeks gives you information on what you can do for your body, for your mind, and for your spirit to allow you to maintain that higher frequency in your system. I do refer on books, I do refer videos, I do refer movies, I do refer sometimes supplements, and every time I suggest supplements, I do inform you that I'm not a medical doctor, so it is important for you to consult your medical doctor to assure there's no complications with the medications or the plans that they have you in. I also recommend, if I see that there is more of a psychological need, for you to refer to a counseling service, because at times it's not just the one time and you're done. At times it's like you're unraveling this like really knotted up ball of emotions and feelings and thoughts and processes, and you need a person to help you unravel that. So I do also refer people to go to counselings when they need that. I actually believe that counseling with energy healing together works wonderfully to help a person move through the process a little quicker. So in a nutshell, I'm giving you not only the energy healing, but also the resources for you to continue to move forward in your growth and your expansion. So, if you're interested in an energy healing, please go to my website. It is located in the Reserve Now or Book Now section, and my calendar is there. You can do everything. My calendar, my times, everything is available online, and you can do it right away there. Now, let's go to my next service. So, for my second service that I offer is past life regression hypnotherapy. I'm going to give you a little bit of information about this because there's misunderstandings and misconstrusions of whatever it is that is hypnosis. I do not control you. I do not plant suggestions that you will cluck like a chicken or be somebody else that isn't you. I do record the sessions once we put you in your happy place and you start speaking. The entire recording is placed in an MP3, but because they're pretty large, I keep you under in hypnosis about 2.5 hours. If you can handle it, sometimes it's a little bit less. Since it's a large file, I create an audio file and I put it in my YouTube platform, but it is unlisted and is unregistered. And the only one that has access to it is whoever has the link to that video. Important for you to know that because if you share that link, I have no way of removing people from that link. I would have to delete the video. So, and be mindful of how you share this information. All right. Past life regression is a form of therapy. I want to say it like that, energy healing or energy exorcism, however you'd like to call it, in which we delve into your inner psyche. Some things we can't deal with in our 3D mind because our 3D mind is the problem. It's the one that created the walls and it's the ones that created the filters. So what I do is that I put you under. First, we go to some past lives. Usually, you take me to the past life that has a lot to do with the things that are having you stuck in this reality. So if you are having conflicts with your parents, you'll go to a past life where you experience the same thing and you realize how this pattern started to create. Okay. And so we do that. As long as I see that you start going deep enough into your subconscious, and if you are willing to do so, what the past lives are just a gateway to your inner self. Once we do that, what I do is that I push that aside and I connect you to your higher self. Your higher self, the one that knows why you're here, why you're doing this, and answers questions. We have about an hour and a half, 2 hour session beforehand where I go through questions that you might have, why you came to to healing, why you want to explore this media, and all kinds of stuff. I ask you about your family. I ask you about any thoughts in your mind that you want to revisit that you feel a little bit strange about, anything that comes up. Then, when we go to your higher self, I start asking them first why we explored those past lives that you went through. And secondly, what the lessons behind them was. And thirdly, now we go through your questions. Now, it's important for me to tell you, I do have you do a body scan to check spiritually, physically, and emotionally if there is anything that is obstructing your energetic field so you can heal that. So it's essentially a healing session like energy healing, except you are more present in seeing it yourself. Okay. I can't stop being the exorcist I am, or the shaman, however you would like to call me. So there is instances where people see entities that are attached to them and they cut them out, and we do energy work to heal them from that attachment. There is times where we're detaching you from a person from the past. There's times that we're detaching you from a memory from the past. We definitely do detach you from the the experiences of those past lives. Now, detachment is not the same as forgetting. Detachment means that we are disconnecting emotionally to those, closing the doors to those emotions so we can see them in a more 3D manner, more logical manner. Sometimes our emotions have a way of creating fears, doubts, and worries that we need to remove. So when I detach them, it allows you space to be able to process it in a way that does not interfere with your personal growth and expansion. Once we do that and we explore all those things, I bring you back. We sit down for a little bit because I need to make sure that you're grounded. I always recommend a person to bring water or bring some kind of snack or anything like that to have afterwards, because you do get very thirsty when you have been hypnotized for a while, first. Secondly, you do get grounding with food. It helps sometimes. So that's the reason I give the food. And they're just little snacks like gummies or like little chips or whatever. But if you need something that is tailored to your diet, then I would recommend you bringing that. Always comfortable clothes. And then we discuss a little bit of what you experienced. I transfer the file, and then usually you get the file within a month of me doing it, because sometimes my schedule gets a little bit busy. Um, but in a nutshell, that is how you do past life regression hypnotherapy. I do not do these online. You would have to come in person, and I am located in Elgin, Illinois. So check out my website. It has dates, times, and ways to book. Now let's go to the next service. The next service that I have available, these is a live service. It's the tarot card readings. Tarot card readings are usually an hour long. Okay. I do not have live sessions for tarot card readings less than an hour. What this entitles. First of all, I have to tell you that when we do tarot card readings, this is not your only mode of information. In other words, what I'm saying is things get revealed during tarot that might be a little risque for you, might be contradicting of what you came to do, might be a little bit, I want to say, um, astringent or hard for you at the moment. You're supposed to take this information based on the experience, right? And you're supposed to take information from your life and what you've experienced, and also whatever you've used as additional counsel. Put it all together as pieces of the puzzle to find out your answer. Okay. This is not a one size fits all energy. When I do tarot, I do not tell you your current life. I've been seeing a lot of people online that kind of just tell you what's happening in your life right now. I'm not a tarot card reading that tells you your present. Why do you need another person to tell you what's happening to you right now? A lot of people that I have done tarot with, don't believe me, and then later on sends me text messages or emails to let me know, oh my God, it ended up happening how you said. Yes, because I'm telling you your future, not your present. And that's very important, because there's like this weird misunderstanding of what tarot is. I'm not supposed to tell you your present. You already know what's happening right now. Okay. Secondly, I can't stop being the exorcist, energy healer, shaman that I am. So what that means is, in the card reading, sometimes I see things that might be pulling on your energy or pulling on the energy in your home. So I usually sit down a little bit and let you know what it is that you need to do to help you get past that situation. This can be rituals, this can be prayers, this can be intentions. It's really good for you guys to let me know what you're comfortable with, so that I don't suggest something that would be outside of your normal. Okay. Um, but there's always ways and modalities that you can use to work past a spiritual situation. And so if you're open and you tell me what you're comfortable with, I can suggest something more along the lines of your modality, your belief systems, your frequency, right? Because not all of us are one size fits all energy. And so when I do tarot, I channel informations. There has been times that people or entities enter the room when I'm doing energy not energy healing, and when I'm doing tarot card readings. That's important to state. I do not just read the cards. So if you're looking for somebody that can tell you what the book says about a card, you will not get that here. One card has a gazillion meanings. I say gazillion meanings because I'm not interpreting the cards. I'm interpreting the frequency that your guides are telling me through the cards. There are times that I tell you stories about myself, about movies that I've seen, about things like that. Each thing that I tell you has a lot to do with what is happening with this storyline. There's a link there, but your job is to see the link. Okay. A lot of people are very closed, but the nice thing about coming in person is that usually I tell you to put a little oil behind your neck so whatever is interfering with the reading can block it. But secondly, you're in my space, which in my office, I have a lot of spells and incantations around the office to block negative entities or frequencies that may be interfering with the messages that you're receiving, and also may be interfering with your mind. There's a lot of people that tell me as they enter my office that they feel like something comes off of them, because it does. And then I'm able to interpret correctly the energy. Nothing that enters the office can do any harm to myself or to you, because it is bound to the spells that are in the room. So it's kind of like fuck around and find out energy. So it's important for you guys to know that too when you come to a tarot card reading with me. I do the same kind of incantations and prayers when I'm doing um, a live reading. An online reading, because there are virtual 1 hour, and I want to say video readings. Okay, that's also very possible, and so I do the same things then. Other options that I have for tarot card readings is one question reading. It is $25, important for you guys to say, because I don't just pull one card, because this is very foolish. You need to really understand something. I feel a few cards and I actually make you a Word document with the pictures of the cards and the interpretations of the cards and what it is and that the cards would like to reveal for you for this situation. Usually, every single time I do a one question reading, there's approximately 200 to 500 words in the document that I send you, because it's important for you to understand what the cards are trying to tell you. Another thing that I have as an option is videos. I create a half an hour video with answering your questions. If you don't provide questions at the time of booking the appointment, I usually send you an email to tell you thank you for making the appointment. Is there anything you would like me to address in the reading? If that happens, if I don't, I usually wait about 24 hours to see if a person responds. If you don't respond, then I usually create a general reading for you. And then I do use my YouTube channel for the platform. These, again, are not listed and not registered in my YouTube channel, so nobody will be able to see that these videos were made. You will get a link. The link will give you access to your video. I usually try to keep them about a year in my website. Now, if you share that video, other people can see your reading. Now, another thing that I like to tell people, after you share it, I have no way to remove people from seeing a video. So if you share it, keep in mind that if you no longer want a person to see the video, the only way that I can fix it is by deleting it. So you'll lose it. Okay. But it's a nutshell of what I do with tarot card readings. I do not work by myself. I have guides that help me. And usually when I'm doing readings, I connect to your guides, because I don't know what's going on with you. You do. Your friends do. So then I ask them to give me the messages. I hope that helps you with that. And now let's go to my next service. Let's talk about my meditation groups. First, you don't sit on the floor. I have some reverse gravity chairs that you will be sitting on. I always recommend you to bring blankets, just because we need you nice and comfortable. And sometimes when you're doing the meditation, if you're removing things from your energy field, you tend to be a little cold. Second, I always recommend for people to bring a comfortable clothing, to bring something to drink and a snack. There are times that people get very thirsty after the meditation, and there's also times when people need to ground, so the snacks are very handy. And thirdly, this is not a normal meditation. I'm not going to make you clear your mind. We always have intentions behind our meditations. This is spiritual warfare. I put you under in a hypnotic state. And once I put you under the hypnotic state, I talk to you so that you can go through your vision quest, do what you have to do, and then come back. So if you're interested in healing and in transforming your life and in changing things that you need to change within you, this is the option for you. You can make it happen. You can create the change, and meditation can help. I hope this gives you a little bit of insight of what to expect in a meditation group. The next service that I would like to talk to you about in Becoming I Am is the sympathetic ear and spiritual guidance. For the sympathetic ear spiritual guidance, I always recommend that a person has available information for their birth chart. So that would be date, time, place of birth, because you have a blueprint in this in this astrology, right? That tells you exactly what is wrong with you, how you can fix it, and how you can move forward. So when I'm having this session of a sympathetic ear, you're coming with me with the issue that you would like to know about, why you're stuck, how this is affecting you. And I use your astrological birth chart to understand what cycle is happening, and why it is that you're stuck. The sessions are about 45 minutes long. And as we talk, I just need you to like vent, like, let me know why you're not okay. And I'm going to listen. This is not a replacement to counseling. And this is important for you to know that I will not be a counselor. I'm not a licensed counselor at this time. So it is important for you to know that if you sit down with me, it is like if you're sitting to talk to a spiritual guide, a priest, a shaman, an energy healer, right? You are venting your energetic field around me so that I can help potentially guide you or give you awareness to the truth that you already have inside of you. And astrology has a way of letting you know the skills and tools that you have in your, I want to say, bucket of skills that can help you. So we sit, we talk, I let you know how the astrology can help you, and then you go. So that is another option that we have at Becoming I Am. The following option that I have in Becoming I Am is a virtual option. Is the quantum healing. I need you to understand something. We are not just spirit. We're spirit, we're mind, and we're body. Okay? The reason I don't have a lot of virtual options in my business of Becoming I Am is because I believe that if you are only dealing with spirit, you are not helping yourself. Okay? Sometimes the problems that we have are very much linked to our spiritual self and our mental self. And clearing some of that baggage out allows us to use the things that we are already doing in our physical self to move forward. So when I'm doing a quantum healing, I'm actually using spell work to heal your physical body. This would be healing you from spiritual attachments, healing you from trauma, healing you from energies. You set up the appointment, and this, you will not see me then. You just know when your appointment is. I usually send you an email to confirm that we have that appointment. And I do the ritual. When I do the ritual, I will be recording just my takeaway from the entire thing, because I do have an image of a body that I will be using that would represent you. And I will be giving you all the insight that I got from the ritual that I did for you to heal your body, and any suggestions afterwards. So you'll have like a really mini video of what it is that you're going to be doing to heal yourself. And then that is it. But it's more of a virtual option for healing. Again, I do not believe in that you can replace a person to person energy healing. This is in addition to that, if you need more of a spiritual healing tune up, okay? It's important for you to know that, because if you're not dealing with the physical body, there are still things that are attached physically to us that cannot be detached just through spiritual healing online. And that is very important for somebody to know. I always recommend for you to see a spiritual healer close to you that you can have physical contact with, not just a spiritual one that you can go online for. And I think that's more of a personal thing or a guided thing that I got from my guides themselves. There, we are not just spirit. And I know that right now with the world and how it's going, everybody's doing virtual everything, and all power to you for that. But we do need human contact, and we do need human experiences. And so this option is more for the people that cannot come to my office, but that have a need to see me. And so that is an option that I have available to heal. Finally, we're going to talk about my rituals. At Becoming I Am, I have many virtual rituals. There is the let me go cord cutting. There is break down this wall energy to do an road opener. There is hex breaking, and there is also a return to sender. There is also spells that have to do with giving you mental clarity about a situation so you can take the right action. And there's also stuff that has to do with self-love and expansion. It is important for you to understand, I will absolutely not be binding a person or be doing any kind of, I want to say, magic that would involve removing the will of a second person. I do not do death magic, but I do a return to sender. And a return to sender would be, if you did the death magic, you would have to figure out how to bring down the death magic itself. So let's say a person sends you death magic, I just return it to sender. So if that person brought up death magic, hopefully that person knows how to bring it down, or that death will fall upon them. But that's not the same, I want to say, as sending death magic, because I didn't create it. I just said no thank you and returned it back. There's also something called a mirror box on there. Now, the mirror box is created as protection. It usually lasts about a year. Um, if you constantly activate it with a small chime candle or a birthday candle on it once a month, which usually lines up with the full moon, where you reactivate or feed the box. It has an effigy inside of there that represents you. And what in actuality it is that it's like a spiritual sponge. It attracts the person's energy that they're sending towards you. Instead of you, it attracts it to the box, and then it deflects it back through the mirrors back to the person that is sending it. It's a mode of protection for you. Um, so these are options that I have, but they're all for protection first and internal, external healing. That is what I focus on. I believe magic, and that is not aligned to the evolution of self, right? And it's more attack and fire and all this kind of crazy stuff. Um, is not used correctly, because magic was never created to hurt another. And people that have the desire to hurt another, usually it's because they're trying to hurt themselves. Like, there's a part of them that hates themselves, and that's the reason they want to hate somebody else. So I don't deal with that stuff, but I do deal with things that have to do with your healing. Finally, the last thing that I do have available on there, and that does not have pictures, are bracelets. The bracelets are a mode of protection. I usually ask the person like a preference of color that they have, and also what they need the bracelet for. When I create a bracelet, it is made to break. What it's made to do is it comes with oil that you use to activate it. I usually send a sigil or a symbol that you focus on when you're placing the oil in your hand. You're looking in the sigil and you're holding the the bracelet in your hand and you're activated with your intention. Okay. It is a spell. It's important for you to understand that it is a spell with the intention that you are trying to create with the bracelet. Once it has done what it can do for you, it breaks. If it breaks in your home, I recommend you to pick up as many of the stones um, or shells or whatever that it has attached to it and throw it in running water. This can be down the toilet or this can be in a lake, a pond, or whatever. Um, and then just let it go because it is healing for you in that aspect. All right. I hope this gives you a little bit of insight as to the services at Becoming I Am. Now, as per my policy, I still retain the right to deny service to everybody. So that would be that if I see that your frequency is not aligned to mine or that I cannot help you due to your attachments or to anything else that might be going on with you, I do allow you to know that I will not be doing services with you. It's important for me to state this because of legal purposes. Secondly, magic, energy healing, all those modalities are a faith based process. In other words, the amount of work that they can do in your life depends on the amount of work you're willing to do on yourself and how much you open the door to this frequency. All right. It is not a one size fits all. It will not work the same for everybody. And there is a need for you to know that everything that you reap you sow, right? So there is a need for shifts within you if you would like to continue to attract that positive energy. We can do a lot together. We can do a lot to grow, to expand, and to change your life. But it really depends on you because the overall most important aspect of this reality is you. And whatever you decide to align with and open the door to, whatever you decide to focus on, you will attract. And my job as a facilitator is to remove the obstacles that are around you that may be holding you back. My job is to allow you to see the aspects of yourself that might be a little uncomfortable, but are the truth that are holding you back. And sometimes the worst enemy we have is ourselves. So it's my job to tell you these things. Some things will make you feel uncomfortable. Some things will trigger you. Some things will literally make you feel like this person doesn't know anything. She's evil. And that is fine because that is your path. My job is just to facilitate the things that I need to facilitate for you. I hope this helps you to understand a little bit about the services that we have at Becoming I Am, and I hope to see you again soon.